Hello, welcome to today's eSolar Academy live online. Today's topic is SAJ eSolar web portal. I'm Stephen Lee. I will be the presenter today. So let's start it. Today's topic will cover several topics. Firstly, we will have an introduction about the eSolar portal, and then the second, the third, the fourth topic will be about how to manage the accounts, inverters, and also the solar plants. And then the last topics will be introduce what kind of monitoring features with our eSolar portal. So let's start with the first topic. eSolar portal is our own developed portal. We have a team about 30 people. So including for the website and also the application on smartphone for both Android and Apple iOS. The key features of eSolar portal including real-time monitoring, because you can see the data from your laptop, and also the application you can see it anytime and anywhere. Then we have a push notification by email, so you can set put your email address, and then you can have a regular report and also the alarm from the plan, and then sent to your mailbox. And yeah, also including this one. And then the third is our inverter support remote control. So and firmware updates. So even your office is about 100 or 500 kilometers from the site, it's still possible, like you send an email to us, and then we can do the remote configuration, changing the parameters of the product. And last one is we have the big TV screen for publication, and this one, we can use this for display in your showroom, training room, to demonstrate your projects to your customers or clients. And also during the exhibition, you can do this kind of display put on a television. Our eSolar portal I include with 3 parts. So the first one is the website, and this website can be logged in with all the SAJ inverter users, including the company users and also the final customer. So here is the website link. It's fop.saj-electric.com. And we have 2 applications. One is eSolar O&M. O&M stands for operation and maintenance. This application is especially for the distributor and installer. So it's like a professional version of the monitoring application. This application is with the remote configuration and a lot more professional functions. So this helping installer faster to create plans and then diagnose the issues of the solar plant. And then the other application on smartphone is eSolar Air. So for all the final users, so they log in with this eSolar Air application. The idea to design this application is to minimize the functions. So we just let the end user have some basic data like the everyday production, and then the energy and some financial the earnings when they sell the electricity to the grid. So you have this kind of values can be viewed. So we do this way is to let like the people don't need to learn a lot, so they can very easy to get what they want. They don't need to think too much because of we do put a lot of information here, then they will get confused. Yeah. So and then now I will start to introduce the SAJ eSolar monitoring system. So the first thing will be the account management. Our account management is like a tree. So start from SAJ, and then we will have our direct customer like distributor A, distributor B, installer A. So when you are purchasing the inverters directly from SAJ, you are supposed to you will get a company account from us. So after you get this account, you can have all the inverters we sold to you in your account. And when you, for example, if you are a distributor, when you sold your inverters to your customer installer, then you can create the one account, sub account below your distributor A account, and then you transfer the inverters to them. So they can, so the installer B, your customer, can have an account and also the inverters in his account, and he can observe it. And also you can observe it because you are in the same branch, as you can see here. So later on, even when installer construct their project, sold the inverters to the end user A, end user B, and then create a monitoring plan. As a distributor A and installer B, you are still able to view these inverters and plan, because you two are in the same branch. And for example, if you are installer A, you are installer, then you have the installer account, and then when you develop the project for your customer, you can also create a plan and then put in your end user account, and your end user and your the installer you can use your installer A account to monitor the end user E account, because you have the link between two of you, and end user can use his end user E account to monitor his inverters. So to manage the accounts is very simple. So when you log in, you go to account, and then user information, and you can go to distributor installer to create a company account. So when you click to here and over here, you have a list, and then this button is to create new sub account under your company account. And after creation, the new account will be here. And then on the right hand side, you can see there are 3 buttons here. The left one, green color pen, this icon is for editing the profile of this account. This one is for deleting the account. And the last one is with the lock is for reset the password for this account. And similarly for end user, after creation, you can do some management as well. And similarly, as the company account, you have the edit and the reset password functions. And then we have one create plan functions for you. So if you are an installer, when you finish the project and you need to make an account for your end user and create a plan. So the fastest way is you log in, go to account, and then click this button, end user button. Then you create an account for your end user customer. And so besides this account, you click this button and then you can create a plan directly. So we can do some demonstration. So let's log in. By the way, so there's a there's a QR code here. You can scan this photo to download the iOS Android application here. And for here, we have multiple language to choose, like Chinese, English, Portuguese, Dutch, Italian, and Spanish. And beside here, there's a register. This register button is for creating an end user account. This function is only for the end customer. So if you are a company, then if you use button, you don't have the professional company accounts functions. So if you need a company account, you need to contact your local dealer, or if you are purchasing the inverter directly from SAJ, you can contact your sales from us, and we can give you the account. And for here, we have forget password. This is for those people who mistakenly forget their password. So you can retrieve the password if you add your email address into your account. So you can retrieve it. And here we have China and international server. So okay, here's a brief introduction about the login interface. Then we can log in. After login, you can have a summary of all the plans. This introducing you how many plans have been installed, and then here is the total inverters in your account. So you can see whether how many are with the monitoring system, and then how many are with the alarm, and how many are offline now. The plans with the inverter is not turned on yet, and not monitored means hasn't installed with the monitoring module. So let's go to the accounts. So for distributor, we can create an account like username, and then add the email. This email just for demonstration. And then put the company name and the phone number. For example, this, and after you fill in all this information, you can submit. After creation, he will ask you whether you need to create plan. If you are not doing any creation of plan yet, then you can just choose close. So after creation, you can see the plan in your list. So the username, and you can see the upper of this the company name of this account, and the password for this account is 123456 for all the accounts created by here. Then if you want to give your customer the installer account or the sub-distributor account, you can give this information to him, and then he can use this information to log in. So let's try. So copy this, and then we go to another website. When he log in, he will asking you you need to modify the password. So yeah, it's really recommended you change your password and your first login. And at the moment there are no inverter yet, and I will show you how to transfer the inverters. So we already introduced how to create the sub-distributor or the installer accounts, and then we can see the end users. So similarly, you can create end user accounts. Then submit. So similarly, we can have a new end user account here. Okay, that's the introduction how to create the accounts, and later on, if there's some change of the customer, you can go to edit. You can change this contact email, the company name, and the phone number here. And here is to delete the account. And the last one is to reset the password if he couldn't get back the password. The next topic would be the inverters management. So as I said, when you purchase the inverters from directly from us, we will give you an account, and the sold inverters will be added into your account. So as a distributor, you need to transfer the inverters to the end installer, as they need to monitor, they need to create accounts and set up a power plan for the end customer. So for you need to go to the inverter tab, and you can see here is the list of all the inverters your accounts. You can see the type, is either on-grid inverters, storage inverter, or AC coupling inverter, and then the model, the power range, and then the serial number. And here you can see the current performance. The generated energy during today, and then the generated energy since the first installation. This icon is to see the detailed electrical parameters, and here is to see the alarm sent from this inverter. If you have lots of inverters, you can search from here. Just put the serial number, and then you can search the inverters, and then you click the inverter, you can see the detailed operation of this inverter. And for the transfer, that's we are just taught just now, and we click this button. After click this button, you have two methods to transfer the inverters. The first one is transferring the inverters one by one. So there are a list of inverters, the serial number here, and you type the serial number of the inverter here. After you type it, you click the arrow, and then you put the inverters to the right. It's like a pool. The inverters in this pool we want to transfer. The second method is using Excel. So this really helpful if you are like transferring like 20, 50, 100 of inverters to your installer. So you download the Excel template, and then fill in the serial number of inverter with the barcode scanner, and then you upload the Excel file here. After you decide what inverters you want to transfer, then you enter the target username. So you will search it, and then you click it, and then it will be you click the arrow as well here. The target transfer account will also move to this pool. And finally, you click the transfer inverter. Then after this, all the inverters will be transferred from your account to the distributor or the installer. Although you do this kind of transfer, you can still monitor those inverters as they are your sub-distributor and the installer are in your sub account under your account. So remember the first the account management tree I said at the beginning of this webinar. So you can still monitor them, and also they can monitor their inverters. So we can have some demonstration. So we go to inverters. So there are several inverters here. For they are created for demonstration. Now I would like to transfer this inverter. Right now, this inverter is still in my account. So I would like to transfer the inverters to the sub installer account. So okay, I copy this serial number. Uh, the mouse is not really function. So for example, I want to transfer this. If from you can't really find it, you can just type the number, or uh, you can directly click here and put into the transferring pool. So to find it is like this, and then you enter the target installer account. You search it and click transfer, then this success. So you can see this inverter was transferred just now. It is still in your account, and when you go to the installer account, okay, let's refresh it. Yeah, you can see there's a inverter here, and if you want to do a batch transfer, we can use Excel file. So the Excel file will be like this. So first row will be SN, and then for the rest, for all the row below it will be the serial number of the inverters you want to transfer. So we do again. So we use using the Excel. Choose the file, and then also enter the what do you say is successful. And if you have some failed couldn't transfer, you can also export the result why it is not successfully transferred. Okay, and now we can go to the installer account. So we refresh it, and we can see all the inverters now are in the installer account. Then after install get the inverters, they can start to sell the projects to end users. So, and after sell the inverters, creating the projects, they can make monitoring to for the end user. So now I will tell you how to make the plan with our for end user for installer, how they can create plans for them for the end user. So we go to the plan. plant tab, and we can see the interface like this. So on the top, you can have a search bar. You can enter the name of the plant to search a specific plant, and then you search it. And for here, you can create a plant. But if you create a plan here, there's only the plan is only in your account, and to monitor this plan, you need to for the end user, you need to transfer the plan to end user, because you are not giving your account to end user, right? But there's an other way easier to do this monitoring without transferring. Will be easier. I will introduce to you, and we will talk about in a minute. And then we can see here the type of plan is on-grid system, and then the plan name, and then the current operation power, and then the the generated power today, and since the first installation, and we can see the creating time of the plan. There are 4 icons on the right hand side. The first one is visitor function. So if you are sharing the plan to those people not in the company management tree, not in the same branch with you, so you can add a name here, and he can also monitor this plan. The second button is editing the profile of the plan. The third one will be deleting this plan. The fourth one is add to favorite. So if you have some VIP key customer, you can click this icon, and after this you will have a special list to see all the important plan you need to monitoring regularly. This page is plan transfer. So this function is used when you create a plan with the functions here, add plan, and after creation you need to transfer the plan to the end user if it is necessary. So similarly like you transfer inverters to the customer, you type the plan name and then you search it, and then you do the transfer. And here is filling the target customer. You fill the target customer, and then you put the account name here, and then you do the transfer. After transfer, normally only the end user customer, as they are the owner of the plan after this transfer, and then the owner of inverters and the upper account of the inverters owner can see this plan. So this like the customer, the customer or the installer, the owner of inverter, and then upper account of the inverter owner means the distributor. So all these three kinds of accounts can see the monitoring. Now I do some demonstration. Uh, so here's the plan is. You can have a search bar here. You can search by the plan name, the owner name, and the inverter serial number. To create a plan, you can click this button, and after a creation, you need to transfer the plan to the end user. So, for example, how I make a plan. Fill the name of the plan, and then fill up the country of this plan, Australia, and choose the time zone, Sydney, and enter the address. Yeah, for example, 123 ABC Street. And next, you can set up the report or alarm notification sent to your mailbox. So you can add multiple of email address here, and you can receive the report of them. You can set they will send by daily, weekly, or monthly, and you select the time and the date. And after set up this, you can create a plan. So as I'm using the company account to create this plan, so the owner of this plan is me. And if I want to transfer this plan to the end user, I need to transfer it. So I choose it and then do transfer. And then find the end user. To transfer, you need to fill up a password. It's 1234566 for my account. And yes, if you what I mean is disputing the password of the account you are using now. At the moment, it's 1234566 of my account, the password. So I click OK, and then we'll transfer. Now this if we click this plan, you can see the owner will become the end user. But as you can see, I can still monitor to see this plan. The other faster way to create plan is like this. We go to end user list. So in here, after creating the account for the end user, you can click here. So let's use serial number. Use plan 2. I use Netherlands and this time and fill up the address. So now after creation, I have the plan here, and also if I click this plan, I can see the end user. The June 20 is directly the owner of the plan. So with this method, we set the account and then create plan here. This is the fastest way to complete the monitoring setup for end user customer. The last topic will be talking about some monitoring features of this eSolar web portal. So I will talk about the sharing plan, how to export data and report with your account, and then how can you view the power production and alarm. So for example, I would like to, so the first I will talk about a sharing plan. So if I would like to share a plan to other users, for example, SAJ demo end user, I can go to here, plan list. I would like to share this plan, so I click here. There's a button here, I click it, fill up the name. I would like to transfer I would like to share the plan to the customer. I fill in here and then click to share. So this account will be viewable by the SAJ demo end user account. And the next feature I will talk about is how to see the power production and alarm. So for example, I go to here, I click this plan. You can view the production curve here, and then you can change the monitoring interval by month. You can see all the power generation during this month, and you can change it to May, or you would like to see all the production during this year. So from January, February till now. If you have like multiple of inverters in your plant, so here you can slide viewing the overall performance of the solar plant. And if you want to see a specific plant, you can go to here, inverter. So you can see there are two inverters. One is a 3 kilowatt inverter and the other is 1 kilowatt. Now we can see one is running at 600 watt and the other one is 190 watt. If we click on one of them, we can see the performance of this inverter. And if you would like to see the electrical parameters, we can click this green button. You can see the DC side, the PV voltage, the current, and also the AC side, the voltage and also the current, and also the current power and generated energy. And you can select another day to see the performance of the other day, and you can export the data. Also, you can click this button to see what kind of alarm has been happened before. So you can see before this has the insulation issues, and now this solved it, so this no longer happens. So here is the information how you can see the inverters in one plant, and the next tab is to see all the alarms happen in this power plant. So we see the power production and also the alarm. Then we are going to finally talk about the export data and the reports. So as I said just now, if you want to export the data of one inverter, you can go to real time. You can export the electrical parameters from here. And if you like to have some summary of the power plant, the overall performance, you can go to here, the plan and report. You can select a plan, and on the right hand side, you decide I would like to export the data of one day, or you would like to export the data during a month, something like this. And also we have another tab special for exporting the report, like the plan and then the inverter, the alarms, so this kind of different requirement report depending on what you are looking for. So let's have a review of today. So I talk about the introduction of this eSolar portal. We have three parts. One is eSolar web page. The other one is the other two is eSolar application on smartphone. This will be introduced in the coming webinar. And the second, third, and fourth topic today are introducing how we can do the management for the accounts, inverters, and plants. And finally, I introduce some key monitoring functions, including how you can see the electrical data of the operation, and also you can export the report or the performance report of the inverter or the plant. And the last one is how we can share the plan to those people not in the same branch in the countries. I hope I explained the principles and functionality of our eSolar portal well to all of you. And if you have any question about the eSolar portal, you can write an email to us. You can send an email to our server's email box. It's servers at SAJ-electric.com. Okay, that's all for today. I hope we can have a next webinar next month. Okay, thank you.